All right, welcome everybody to another video. This is me just learning a Laravel at this moment. Just to catch everybody up to speed, uh, I created a progress.md or a markdown file so I can have like basic steps, a sort of a guideline outline of what I'm going to do for the next steps. Already created the app. Well, Laravel already creates the app. I made sure to have used Laravel with React, and they're using Inertia to be this like middleware to pass data between the back end to the front end. And I accomplished a lot of things from the develop. I'm naturally assuming compared to the last video I made with Laravel. Um, at this moment, well, let me do this real quick. I want to do a reload here. I think this should resolve some of these things that's happening. But I don't think, hold on, as it's reloading, great. So I think the last time I made a video, I did show the fact that I have a post page. I created a post page. It's using infinite scroll and is fetching all the different posts that I created with Faker. Let me see here. I have two different like databases open up. So let me close the web app too and go into here and click here. So I think I have about 50. Okay, I have 53 different posts. And if I go into the post controller and I go to index, I believe, I have inertia scroll. And all it does is just it's grabbing the ID title user ID, including the user that's attached to this post and its ID and name. And then I'm getting the latest and paginating them by 10 rows. So every 10, if I scroll down, it will produce another page, which it has. So now it's on current page 2, and now there's 20 if you look here instead of 10. You see all the data. And not only that, I think the last time I was trying to make sure that I can get, if I click on, well, I wanted to have the author or the user, and I wanted to have a link attached to it and be able to go to the profile page. And when I click here, this is like the basic profile page. It just has the name of the user, the post it has created, and eventually it's going to have the history that, which means I have to create like a history model. And the history model is pretty much going to show like all the different times he or she viewed other people's posts. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the history one. And it's now getting to a point where I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if I need to create bots so that it can like fake the interaction of going in between different history posts, or maybe I need to do like faker data again and create a history model, and it just goes through all these users posts, and that so therefore it like starts adding up all the different posts this person went to. But that's probably going to be the future. I also, to the left, I added several additional links because eventually, I mean, originally you just had dashboard, but now I have home, post, users. So I don't think I probably, it's probably going to give me an error if I hit users because I didn't do anything with users, right? It doesn't go anywhere, but if I go to posts, leads me back to posts. If I go home, should lead me back home. So the next thing on the list right now is to, let me go to progress. Oh yeah, I was trying to implement the post logic, the logic to create a post. So here you have a new post, and I want to hit create to go to a new post. And wow, okay. First off, you don't really see anything. Well, I have created a form here, and all it has right now is the form, the create a post, and then the button for submit, and there's like other things you need to do. So first off, I think I'm gonna stylize it. I'm gonna because I know they use Tailwind for its like already established classes, so it makes it a lot easier to do some just basic, I guess, CSS and I want to use this. And I also want to look into Radix because that is the UI they're using to see if there's like better ways to showcase forms or something like that. So I'm going to go to Radix UI. Oh, well, radixui.com and go to not the themes, but I guess the primitives. Go to documentation. See, they already have a form, but we need to use the form within here. I mean, within inertia, in order to, I'm sorry, in order to successfully push your data to these endpoints, or at least to the post controller. Because I have to create, now I just need to store, and then I possibly need to um, do some validation within a store post request because store post request is a form request, and form request classes have the ability to do some just checking, validation checking, or uh, basically validation checking and other things to determine if the data is well structured. Like, let's say, well, at least for here, I'm just trying to get the title and the body, right? But if it gives me something entirely different than strings, let's say it's giving me a file, like a file system or just a file, like there should be, let me go to the form requests. There should be some type of checking within the form request that says, no, you can't do that. And you could do, I think you could do a lot additional verifications. Like even if you're trying to get only strings, maybe you say, I only want the string to have this many characters or to, well, I don't really know all the different ways you can do some validation. But I'm trying to find here, request. So the store post request. Oh, and then here's where you can authorize. Do some authorization like, are you able, as this user, are you able to even do this? Stuff like that. Um, so yeah, it's not looking that great because I didn't really use CSS, and I guess I need to use Tailwind just to make it a little bit more presentable. So let me see here. How are we gonna do this? Let's do a font weight semi-bold or font semi-bold for our header. Uh, and I think it's like text LG. Is it text LG or text XL? See if I put text XL, if that's good enough. And we do a hot module load to see if it looks a little bit better. Okay, it does look a little bit better, but now we need to make sure that the input looks presentable or well or visible. I guess visible is a better word to use. The fields. Look at the fields here. How do I get the fields? All I did was field. The wrapper for field ends with ID, name, blah, blah, blah. Um, oh, wait a second. Let me look at form.field. What does it look like on the, so yeah, form control as child, class name, email required. And then you have form.field for name question. Wait, I'm for question, and this is supposed to be form label question value missing. Please enter a question. Hmm. This is weird. Form.field class name, email, but then you have to have a div inside of it. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't think I like this type of form field. Please enter your email, class message, value missing, type mismatch. Let me look at the examples. Composing your own components as child, providing your own validation messages, value missing, please provide a name. Mhm. Mm, I'm thinking that maybe this is a little bit too much, and maybe I should just go to back to the regular inputs. Mm, I don't know. Well, in the very least, let's just try just regular CSS with just Tailwind and see if it looks good enough. Let me put border. Is it border color? Black, and then I'll put block, and I'll do the same thing for text area to see if that looks good enough. So let's look into the post here. Okay, that didn't do. Oh wait, did do something. Okay, well, they don't look that great. So why don't we? Hmm. Why don't we put margins on here? So put let's say 4, and my 4, and also we want the button to look decent enough. What was the class they used for the original button for the page? Let me see here. Uh, Let me see. New post. Okay, class name BG rounded. I like this. Let's grab that and put this within the button. Oops. Do the same thing. And hmm, maybe have a class name as this. Like hmm. I'm trying to figure out why this is at the center here. Very hard to even see the form, and I don't think the form's a little bit too blocky. So we want to, what is that, border radius? But it's funny because I saw rounded. If I put rounded here, would this look better? And hmm, let me see if I put rounded. How would it look? Rounded, and I also want to put some padding, if possible, within here. So I want the padding for the Y to be, I don't know, let's say 2 for both. And I want the min height for at least the text area to be, uh, I think, I don't know, what would be the min height? Like 400? I don't know. 400 and see what happens. Oh, wow. Maybe I didn't, maybe I didn't mean 400. Okay, let me actually look into this. Will be a better min height. Min width, min height. Um, Min height pixel, 1 pixel, min height. Let me see a min height for like, hmm, what about pixels? Oh, really? You can just do it this way? Let's try to do it that way. Um, min height, 400 pixels. Let's see what that looks like. Where am I? This is a height of 400 pixels? No way. Okay, maybe it is. Okay, well, half of that then. Um, let's reload it. It's better. I also don't like the fact that it's all the way to the right. Mm, why is it all the way to the right? Can I take out the? What did I do for my other one? Let me look into when I created my profile. I want it to all the way be to the left. Oh, mine is all the way to the right too. Hmm, I guess it's fine. Um, let me see. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Also, you need to. I think I should have like some type of. There's no hoverability here too. Um, let me see. At this moment, this whole this whole session is just me just doing the styles for a basic post. But I mean, I gotta do it. I don't know what you want me to say. So let me see here. The anatomy, accessible validation. Hmm, custom validation. So form field email, form control type email, styling based on validity, composing your components, as child text field. Also, there's a text field. Hmm, As child, you can compose the form primitive parts within your component. Now, I'm curious if I have to put, I'm curious if I had to have the form root, but let's use Radix UI, use the form, because I mean, yeah, I tried to do that. I tried to use Tailwind to stylize it. Maybe it'll just look better if I just use Radix UI and use text field and all this other type of stuff. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to use form, yep, in Radix UI, and we're going to use text field. Well, at least I thought I saw text field. Okay, maybe I'm lying. Uh, I could have sworn I saw text field. See, I see text field at input. Huh. Let me see, let me see, let me see. I don't see text field anywhere. That's weird. That field, text field? Not really. Form that message. What is form that message? Field label control message, a validation message which automatically wired functionality and accessibility to a given control when nested in a field. I see. All right, we're gonna try the form field and see what happens. Oh, I'm in the wrong one, by the way. So let me get out of this. Put this in here. Oh, this is gonna be let's call it I don't know what I should call it. As F. I'm gonna call it F. So there's no naming collision, and we're going to now try to do this again, but we're gonna call it F dot field and make sure it has a name, and this name is going to be title. We're gonna actually have both of them up so we can see the difference in terms of style and such. So we're gonna also have F dot label. Matter of fact, let's not. And as I look into Radix, I'll just put title. We'll call it title. And then form control. Okay. Yep. And what do they add within here? As child, I guess I'll add as child as well. Yes, sir. And the child is text field. Hmm. But the thing is, it doesn't exist, which is weird. There's a text area. That's weird. All right, man. I wonder if the styling would be different if I do it this way. If I just put input and because I can't put this here for a message value empty. Let me look at another example. I keep looking at it. I'm like, wait a second, am I doing something wrong? Mm, form root, da 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 da. Form control. Wait, form control can just be the input, isn't it? It is the input. It's a control by default an input, which automatically wires when nested inside a field part. So what is the field? The wrapper it handles the ID name and label accessibility automatically. Okay, so form control is just the input. So I can do this and put um, type, you know, we'll put type text, right? Let me do this real quick. And at the field form label, and then I can do this again and make sure that they're uh, what's the word I'm looking for at this moment? Indented properly, but this time I'm going to put body, and this would be like a text area, or I don't know. But let's instead of calling it body, call it like message, or I don't know. Um, hmm, I'm gonna put Radix UI text area to see what's the difference. text area. Okay, yeah, you got to get something separate. Right. Okay, cool. So we'll get text area. Yep. And whoop. Whoa. 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 I didn't mean to do all that. All right, we got text area. We're gonna grab text area over here. And I don't think you really need, so put placeholder resize vertical. Sure. And let's put this within this component and in it properly and post your message. What's that? Post your message. I can spell. Save it. Let's see what it looks like. We can also see what's the issue with this. Oh, wait a second. It's not, has no exported member of text area. Excuse me. Oh, I gotta do Radix UI themes. Okay. Do I have Radix UI themes? Should I guess? I don't have Radix UI themes. Even if I put a at, nope, don't have Radix UI themes here. Hmm. To use a port as in wait. Radix themes. Let's look at Radix themes. Oh, wait a second. So Radix primitives, Radix themes, Radix is completely different. Radix themes is completely different than Radix primitive. What? I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this. What the heck? So text field is in Radix. I see. View and playground. Oh, this is what it looks like. Fine. Text area. Okay. So I guess I got to download Radix themes or Radix, whatever. Okay, let me grab this. So we're just learning. Should be able to do it here. We'll install Radix UI. So then we can at least get the text area and then see the difference. What's the difference between the primitives and themes? That's the thing that's weird to me. Radix themes is a pre-style component library that is designed to work out of the box with minimal. Okay, and let me see the introduction, which is Radix. Radix is a low-level UI component with a focus on accessibility, customization, and developer experience. Okay, so it already has Radix themes already has some type of stylization, but the primitives offer low-level UI that focuses on accessibility. Makes sense. Makes sense. Then I guess I should just be focusing on. All right. Well, that fixed it. Um, let's save it just to see because I want to see the difference with the Radix UI. Oh, I must have broke something. Let me reload the page because it is here now. Let's see what happens. It's taking some time to load. I don't know what's going on. Let me check. Oh, I got an error somewhere. Form field must be within form. Okay, can I guess that's not gonna work? I guess it's not gonna work. In any case, well, I got to figure out how to use inertia's form and then have the form into. Let me see here, because you have to use inertia form in order to submit values. So I had to figure out how to use the Radix UI and the inertia form, or maybe not even use these. Just use just the text fields and stuff like that. In any case, I'm gonna end it right here.